Okay, so here I have is a short distance version of our HDBaseT extenders. The part number for this is R014-EXT-VAIR-S. So here, the unit, it looks like almost every other VAIR. The only difference is you can read the labels, and out here you're going to see centimeters. That's the only way you can tell the difference. You take the labels off, it's going to be hard to tell the difference. So for this, we have two different resolutions and two different lengths. So the first I'm going to show you is 1080p, which has its own length, maximum length, and then also then 4K has its own length. So first we do the 1080p. So with the 1080p, I'm going to use the Panasonic player, and the length is back up to is 70 meters, which I will show you right now. So let me first connect everything. Now since it's 1080p, I can use a 10-foot cable, no problem, because it doesn't require that much extra bandwidth. So I have a 10-foot cable connected to the Panasonic. Now I'm connect the transmitter. Now I'm also going to plug in the IR sensor and the R232, but I'll show you it near the end of the video. I'll include it at the end, actually of the usage of it. And then the cable, which I have right here is 70 meters, like I said earlier, Cat6A, and lastly the power. The power cord, and here you go. Then for the receiver side, or the remote side, I have a TV, meaning a 6-foot cable, HDMI cable to the TV. Also again, the IR and the R232. The R232 is here. I'm gonna plug into the inputs to the R232 in, and I'll describe why later. And also again the cable, Cat6 cable, and lastly the power. Power. Now, with the TV on and everything's plugged in correctly, the orange LEDs will light up. So now I'll turn the player on. So again, I'm going to show you the Panasonic first because I have 1080p. So here you see this. Here you see this home screen for the Panasonic. The settings I have for the Panasonic. The setup for the Panasonic is as follows. Since I'm doing 1080p, I have the resolution set to 1080p. The output, the 24p output, or the frame rate, I have it set to off, so it shows 60 Hz. And then the decolor, I have an auto, since we support decolor. So let me go back to this screen, hit play. So, like I said, for 1080p, the max spec is the length is 70 meters, or Cat6A, and that's what I have connected right now. So here you go, the introductions, the previews. So if I hit see the info right here, 1080p, 60 Hz, and that's over 70 meters, Cat6A. So now I'm gonna turn the player now. Since you know 1080p works, I'm gonna switch it to the 4K. You turn the player off. So for the 4K, there's a different length for it. It's a shorter length. So I'm gonna unplug this. Now for 4K, the spec length is 40 meters for Cat6A. So I'm gonna switch the cable out to a 40 meter Cat6A. This one right here. And also, because I'm doing 4K, I'm going to switch to different players. And the player, since it has the 4K requires a higher bandwidth, I'm going to be using a 6-foot HDMI cable, 28 gauge. Receiver side, I haven't touched anything, still 6 feet, because 4K, again, the reason I chose 6 feet for the TV is because 4K, that's fine, because I'm going to be done with 4K. So you need to plug it into the category cable, Cat6 cables. That's a good way to put it down. So one in category cable. Okay. Now when you plug everything in and you know it's working with TV on, everything is connected correctly. Again, the orange LED will light up. And let me turn on power, Samsung power player now. Now once I turn the player on, everything loads right, the green LED will light up. And you can see here, the home screen, everything works. So I'm going to show you the settings for the player also. Now for the 4K, to make it 4K you have to put it on auto. As you can see right here, it says here on auto. And additionally, resolution has to be on auto also. And the movie frames has to be on auto. That because basically what this does is it lets you select auto or off. Auto makes it 24 hertz. Off makes it 60 hertz. But 4K, 2K right now does not support 60 hertz. So we have to put it on auto. And then additionally, I have deep color on auto also because our unit does support deep color. So you get that, and you hit play. Here you go. Let me go to an actual screen where you can see something. Okay, so here's the home screen for the disc. You select just a random scene. So here you go, it's random scene. Now, if you notice, I put the info on. You'll notice the info says 3040 by 2160 at 24 hertz, which basically is 4K, 2K. And you can see video, audio, no problems. So again, this for 4K, 2K, the spec is to a different length, which is 40 meters, Cat6A. And now I'm going to show you the IR and the R014-EXT-VAIR-S. For the IR, I'm going to assume the TV and the player are in different locations, and the remote control for the player is where you're watching TV at. So basically, it'll be from TV and receiver. That's where the thing is, where remote control is, and the player and the transmitter is in a different room. And simulate this situation, I'm gonna use this table below table. It won't be like below table, will be a different room. So let's say I have right now the IR is not being used. Okay, right here you see play, pause, no problem. Now, but down here, play, pause, nothing. So I'll use that as simulation now. So for the units right here, for the input on the receiver, I'm using this diode, and I have it down here. Now, as for the output on the transmitter side, what we have right here for the output, the IR out uses a different sensor. It basically uses something like this, that looks like this, the L-shaped one. That's the output. Now, for the IR out, you want to put it within line of sight of the IR on the within line of sight of the IR, the player's IR. So I have it positioned somewhere near that. It has to be like really close, and she has to be able to see it. So that's that. Now, like I said earlier, here, no problem. Down here, nothing. So, but here, now I'm going to move the IR sensor, the IR in, down here. Now you see it, hit play, pause. It does see it. Move it back out. Play, pause, nothing. Now move it back in. Play, pause, play, and it receives it. Okay, and that's basically IR. Showing you how IR works. Now I want to stop that and go to the R232. Now for the R232, we come with these cables here. I already have it plugged earlier. Now the easy way to test the R232 communication-wise between these two units is by using a scanner or basic barcode reader. So on one end, I have on the receiver end, I have the barcode reader, which I have this that connects to this cable right here, and this cable is connected to the R232 port on the receiver. And here's my barcode scanner, barcode reader. On the transmitter side, I'm using the cable here, the female version, connected to the R232 port here, and I have using a longer version of the cable, same cable. I have it connected to my PC that has a barcode, that has a pad open to show you what's being read. So here I have is a barcode. I'm going to use this as a barcode, my sample barcode. So here you see, if I scan it, it's being read. Whatever I read from here is being transferred from the receiver over the Cat6 cable to the transmitter to my PC. Again, you see it being shown on the computer. That's a simple way of showing you and testing the R232 communication between the units.